Welcome to the WD168. God gives us 168 hours every week to live, love, and enjoy. This is our take on this 168 from the WD. The entire Armenian Church celebrated the last major feast day of the calendar year, the Exaltation of the Holy Cross, or Chachveratz. From Echmiadzin to the west coast of the United States, clergy and parishioners celebrated the feast with the holy traditions expressed through our hymns and our prayers. Amidst the challenges and difficulties of this year, and amidst the cross of 2020 that we're all bearing, the message of hope and resurrection was resounding. His Eminence Archbishop Hovnan Derderian, our primate, drove this message home as he celebrated the Divine Liturgy at the Serpos Revontians, St. Leon Armenian Cathedral, marking the 10th anniversary of this holy shrine, which now stands at the center of the Western Diocese. In his sermon to the people, Serpazan shared the joy of the Holy Cross as it pertained to the ministry of Christ in the Armenian Church and in the Western Diocese in particular, and with the physical manifestation 10 years ago, a manifestation of faith through this cathedral. He called on the vision of the cross, one of sharing the light of Christ, as he continued to remember and mark another anniversary, the 9/11 attack on America. In a poignant message, he remembered the innocent victims of terror on that day and extended a prayer for peace. At the only Chachkar at the cathedral, the cross stone dedicated to the innocent victims of terror. During this most unusual time, the celebration of the cathedral and the feast were accented with a very meaningful and spiritually uplifting concert of voices and instruments organized by Maestro Rafi Mikhaelian and the cathedral's Shnorali Choir. It was yet one more opportunity to find the joy of the Holy Cross, an instrument of torture that has been transformed by Christ himself into a symbol of victory. Serpazan reiterated and called for the people to know that the cross leads us to the church. His wish was that within the expanse of the entire Western Diocese, there would not exist even one Armenian soul who was not baptized and confirmed with that holy Miron. He asked parishioners to get the message out like lightning, like Gaidzag, he said. The message of the Holy Cross and the anniversary of the cathedral are sounding loud and clear. Please check our YouTube channel where the entire liturgy, the message, and the concert can be viewed, enjoyed, and accepted. In Yettem, California, at the St. Mary Armenian Church, they welcomed their new pastor, the Reverend Father Mashtots Keshishian, who was reassigned from the St. Kevork Armenian Church in Portland, Oregon. Parishioners came out to welcome their new pastor on the Feast of Chachveratz. A brief installation service took place, offering the blessings and wishes of the Archbishop. Father Mashtots accepted his position in a spirit of love and harmony for the parish. Father Mashtots begins his ministry along with Yeretskin Maral and a wonderful helper in his son Hagop, who stood by his father's side holding the ornate kashots through the entire divine liturgy and blessing of the four corners. Father Mashtots becomes the 12th parish priest in a line of distinguished pastors of this parish, which has a history of over 100 years. When you have such a long history, you also have what else? Grandparents. Grandparents' Day was also celebrated that day at the St. Mary Parish, a tradition which they continued, tweaked for the circumstances of the day. On their website, a beautiful slide presentation of old and new, of grandparents, of families, of joy, of life. Do check it out. That's St. Mary Armenian Church in Yettem. A luncheon of the parish favorite bishi was served for this celebration. You know, serving food these days is challenging in itself, And it has brought on a new dimension of concern for us in meeting the needs of the homeless population that we serve. Here in the Los Angeles area, health agencies have stopped us from going into the shelters to prepare and serve food for our brothers and sisters through the In His Shoes mission. Put an obstacle in front of a group of Armenians, and we'll find a way around it, right? Well, we've had to find innovative ways of feeding the needy and the hungry. We have increased reservations for our Madach program to match the needs and the interest to help. It's easy to get involved. Check out our website or drop me a line at FV at our website, WDACNA.com. Well, that does it for the 168 of this week, the week of the Holy Cross. Do check us out online. You'll find messages, blogs, vlogs, podcasts that speak to the times and the challenges of the day. Connect with us and see how the light of Christ, that light, the Christ light, brings newness amidst all the difficulties. I look forward to seeing you online in church and again next week as we look at that 168 from the WD.